This is my official first video. Obviously, you don't know me. My name is Elijah. I am just your average guy. But I would want to reflect on my life, on self improvement, how I got here, what led me to this point, and my life beforehand. So, I remember 2023, I was a normal average guy. I was binge watching anime. I was scrolling on different social media apps. I was watching porn. I was looking at thirst traps on Instagram. I was playing Genshin Impact, video games. To sum it up, I'm just a normal guy. So, the turning point was on the later months of 2023 when I stumbled across a YouTube video which was about self improvement, of course. But this video was unique in that it involved something about productivity, work, how you could condense your work hours so that you become more productive and more focused. And the beauty of this is that the person who was making the video was kind of the same age as me, and that made it so relatable that I kept watching. And then I followed his channel, and what I have learned is that self improvement doesn't need to be so serious and very over optimized. We actually need to consider essentialism, where we are only focusing on the high yield stuff, the very, very little things that make up most of the results. So, this is where the Pareto principle comes in, where you focus on the 20% of the activities that would correlate to 80% of the results. So going back to the video, later months of 2023, because I got influenced by this particular video on productivity, it was about how he studies 2 hours a day. I started to read books. This was the first time because before I didn't really took an interest in reading books. But in the early stages of 2024, it was January, I bought Atomic Habits by James Clear. And of course, I was reading books the wrong way. I was reading from start to finish, but I did get some insights on that book. And at that point, I was starting to realize the power of consistency over intensity. Doing small actions every single day, no matter how small, will still yield high results. So that's what I've learned in the start of 2024. I started to get more serious in reading books, so I got a lot of key insights, valuable lessons in that book, Atomic Habits. I was reading books while waiting in line, I wasn't scrolling anymore, and so that started my self improvement commitment, if you can call it, but you can call it being more committed to self improvement. So it took a long while to curb my addictions on social media and on binge watching Netflix. So I think it was around June of 2024 when senior high school just ended. It was a vacation, and I got into the self improvement rabbit hole. I've learned a lot in this vacation. I started to take dopamine detox more seriously. So, if you don't know, dopamine detox involves drastically cutting down the instant gratification activities that you do and replace it with the delayed gratification. So, a very summary of the instant and delayed gratification is that instant gratification is the activities that you do that give you pleasure right now but make your life worse in the long run. So yeah, social media, video games, alcohol, junk food, those activities all qualify as instant gratification. Well, delayed gratification is the opposite. You feel pain right now when you do them, but makes your life better in the long run. So this involves meditation, exercise, journaling, connecting with friends, cold approaching people. Those sorts of things will bring you more success in the future, but they feel painful right now. Requires more discipline and willpower. So upon learning that, of course, it wasn't easy. It was easier said than done. But I'm experimenting. This stage in my self improvement journey, I was quite frankly not being consistent because I was still designing the routine the day that I wanted so that I'll be able to do the habits that matter to me the most. And so, moving on to fast forward to right now, it's been 8 months since I've fully committed to self improvement, and it's been really good so far. Experiment wise, not much to be honest when changing habits. I could recall changing exercise stuff on weightlifting because I focused on muscle growth, hypertrophy, and I tried CrossFit, I tried calisthenics, but right now I'm sticking to weightlifting. So, exercise, weightlifting. And for the other aspects, still experimenting, but I am sure that my exercise right now involves weightlifting. So, still reflecting on self improvement. What I got the most from Atomic Habits by James Clear is that you do not need to increase the intensity when you're starting out on a habit. The more important thing is you start at the very minimum intensity so that you'll gain momentum and then you'll be more motivated to do it the next day, the next day, the next day. It compounds. There's this really powerful compounding effect going on. So yeah, that's me ranting. That's me just reflecting on where I am in self improvement right now. I'm still 8 months being committed to this journey. I'm still going to be very, very surprised by many other stuff that's going on in the space of self improvement. So, yeah, that's it. Hopefully, got something from that. Goodbye.